Right.
Okay, well,
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
welcome to Scrap Talk. I'm Shannon. This is Debbie. You already know Debbie.
Yeah,
I'm Helena.
that's Elena.
Hi, Helena. Can you tell us about yourself and about Oink Pigments?
Absolutely. So I'm one of the co-owners of Oink Pigments. Um, we have been dyeing yarn since 2010. Um, so we've been doing this a long time. Um, I am in charge of the Midwest and East Coast chapter, basically. So we have two dye studios, one in California, San Diego, where we started, where Debbie and I met. Um, and another one in Indiana because I moved to Indiana about 9 or 10 years ago now. And then let's see here, 3 or 4 years ago, our chief goblin and dyer extraordinaire Harper moved from um, moved from San Diego to Indianapolis, and so now he and I manage the Midwest and do all the fiber festivals out in this part of the country, and then Julie and Alexa, my business partners, they manage all of the events and activities that go on the West Coast. And they also do most of our dyeing for online orders and inventory management and all of that because there's not as many shows, not as much sweater weather in Southern California.
Right,
Right.
Um,
exactly.
um, so only the true diehard knitters are really out there on the West Coast, and there's just a lot more knitters out in the cold weather
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
parts of the country and the world.
So I don't remember, how did Oink Pigment start?
So we started because back in I owned a yarn shop, and my business partner Alexa worked for me at the yarn shop, and she found out about there was an article in Nitty about dyeing yarn with Kool-Aid, and that just seemed,
Oh my gosh.
Kool-Aid.
yeah. Um, You have to get the kind that doesn't have sugar in it, the little packets, not the big packets. But you can totally dye yarn at home with Kool-Aid as long as it's an animal fiber, a protein fiber. So, um, yeah, and there's a nitty.com free article on dyeing yarn with Kool-Aid. And Alexa saw this article and thought that sounded so outrageous that she had to go home and try it. Um, and got hooked immediately on dyeing yarn. And at the same time, for the yarn shop that we ran, um, it was really hard to get hand dyed yarns. Back then it was really just Lorna's Laces and Malabrigo were really, there might have been one or two others. Um,
And what year is this?
this would have been 2010, 2009, 2010. Um, So, yeah, we there just wasn't a lot out there, and it wasn't well known. There were a few small companies, but it was hard to get, and they all had long wait lists. And as a shop, um, I couldn't afford to pay for my yarn and then wait 6 months to get it,
Yeah.
which is hard, and it's. So Alexa started dyeing yarn for the shop. So that's how Oink Pigments first started. So she began to dye the yarn for the shop, which was awesome. So, she started Oink Pigments, and I was, sort of her assistant helper person. And then over the years, we decided it was a business partnership between her and me and our friend Julie, who does all of our social media. And so it's a really lovely little balance with the four of us, me, Alexa, Julie as business partners, and then Harper, who just is phenomenal and invaluable. And we couldn't do any of this without him. But and we Yeah, there's a really great balance of skills. And so as a business, we're able to keep things running. And, I think that's part of why we've been around as long as we have when so many other dyers have come and gone, for better or for worse. I mean, not for better. I mean, it's tragic.
Yeah.
We all get sad when we lose our favorite indie dyer. And we all love to meet new indie dyers but I think that's part of why we've stuck around as long as we have and have continued to have such a good time doing it
Yeah.
because
Well, it doesn't hurt that you
I
got a lot of
certainly,
people there.
yeah, it's just the four of us. We're not a huge company, and sometimes friends will pitch in when we're, lodge us when we're traveling, as Debbie has done many times, or come help us out at a festival or help us get prepared for a festival. So, we have some friends that we pay in yarn and love.
Yeah.
That have
Paid in yarn is awesome. Until you go to pay bills,
Yeah.
Right, yes, exactly. Unfortunately, the bank doesn't accept yarn as legal
Yeah.
tender, which if they did, I think the world would be a much better place.
So I don't remember, why is it called Oink Pigments?
So we thought it would be fun to have an animal like as a logo or a mascot, right? But we didn't want it to be a sheep because that seemed too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't want it to be a an animal with fur like a rabbit or a cat or a dog because we were afraid that people would ask us if the yarn was all made of cat fur.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We that just seemed so we wanted an animal. I mean, though obviously pigs are mammals, so they do have hair, but they're not known as being a fur animal.
No.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, well that would be fun and sort of safe and cute. And then we're like, okay, well, we can't just call it Oink. Oink what? Oink yarn. Oink. Um,
Yeah.
Oink, oink what? Oink dyes. And so we pulled up this thesaurus, and of course, the first synonym for dye was pigments,
Yeah.
which
Perfect.
was too funny. So, of course, we had to name it Oink Pigments.
I keep
Um,
saying it backwards. Pink
Ointments.
ointments.
yes,
I'm sure you get that a lot.
yes, yes. And my phone always tries to autocorrect oink to pink.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you can set that as a word
Well, it is a
in there.
word. It just
No, I
thinks
mean
that
as a word you use a lot
Yeah.
and that
lots.
it
So it won't correct it.
will
Yeah.
autocorrect
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It still doesn't like it.
It still doesn't like it. It
Yeah.
still thinks I can't mean oink. I must mean pink.
So how did you guys meet?
We met because I had that yarn shop and I was Debbie's local yarn shop.
Yeah.
So Debbie came into the shop and came to the knit nights um, and hung out, and we became friends through the yarn through the fabulousness of yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to get that kind of community in the shop here, and it's not going as easy as I thought.
Yeah,
Because there's
it's
a lot of um knitting, crocheting, fiber club, not clubs, but shops in the Lehigh Valley.
mhm,
So they each have their own
group.
community.
Yeah,
So we have to find our
We have to
niche.
find the sweet spot
Yeah.
that somebody's not covering and
yeah, totally. Yeah,
Um,
that can be tricky. I got so lucky. I think there wasn't another shop. There was one other shop and it was quite a ways away.
yeah.
And it just wasn't known for being as friendly. And I wanted an open and friendly shop. And I really wanted to make it, a welcoming space.
yes.
Um, I've always loved having people over, and having the shop was kind of the great way to have people over,
I know,
but
huh?
then also maintain my bedtime, right? Because you say it closes, right? So then I don't have to stay up late. The party's just over at 10 o'clock because
Yeah.
that's when we close midnight. So,
I know.
Yeah, I want a sign in my house that says, it's nice having, you're welcome, but you must leave by 9 o'clock.
yes. And I also wanted to, so my whole adult life, I was an avid knitter who worked a 9 to 5 job. And I found that at the time, a lot of the yarn shops that were out there, their hours were like 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And so there was no way I could get yarn except, on Saturday, I could
Yeah,
rush in during, the one day a week where I was available their hours. And so one of the things I did with the shop was have the hours go later into the evening. So we didn't even open until noon so that we could stay open later. So our hours were noon to 8, at least for the first while that we were open. We ended up tweaking them a little based on, foot traffic and things like that, because it's like finding your community. You got to figure out what the people that want to shop with you want, and
right. Yeah, we're
meet that
finding it out
niche.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a long process, but
Yeah.
it's coming around.
yeah. It's kind of great when you get it,
Yeah.
because it can be really special. And even if it doesn't come together as a community, the impact that you have on people's lives is just so lovely, right? You get to,
I get
you
that.
you make these new crafters, and you open these people up to a world of something new and creative that they can do, and a way to express themselves, which is really
Yeah.
special.
Mhm.
Plus, as hobbies go, you could play video games for 50 hours, and at the end of it you have nothing. Or you could knit for 50 hours, and at the end of it you have a whole sweater. So
I know.
But
like,
that 50 hours is like long span of what it's not a consistent 50 hours.
right, exactly. I mean, just like playing a video game, you're not going to sit down and play. I mean, maybe you will.
Well, some people do. I don't know.
Some
Depends on the
teenage
video game.
boys try.
But I get excited about a new sweater pattern, and I will sit down and finish it in a weekend.
Yeah.
Um,
True.
I will commit myself to do nothing else, and the house will stay messy, but at the end of it, I'll have a sweater.
Yeah. So tell me about this yarn van.
Oh, so we got a big white van, and the our license plate is yarn, YARN. So
You were so lucky to get that.
I know we were so lucky to get that. I guess in Indiana, they hadn't nobody had snagged it up. And my personal vehicle, my license plate is knit. Another one I'm surprised nobody else had snagged up. So I'm just the yarny fanatic on the block.
Yeah.
So yeah, the yarn van is what Harper and I travel in all over the country. Um, Mostly within the Midwest these days. And
Anything
sometimes, oh,
in the
sorry, go ahead.
Northeast? Anything in the Northeast? Are you going to be over this way at all?
Not in the near future,
Okay.
but I do need to, maybe at some point we can put together a trunk show and come out and visit.
That'd be good.
That'd be
Great.
I think that'd be fun. But we don't have anything on the calendar right now. I have a day job, because that's what you have to do to make it work. I love my day job, but it means that I need to keep a tighter radius to my home.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But at least you're still able to do it.
Yeah.
You can get out
Absolutely.
there. And I look at your pictures from the different shows, and I remember when you first started how big the booth was,
We had a tiny little booth,
I know,
and it
it's
was
tiny
like,
with a little chair, and now it's massive.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we've got so much yarn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see how much we've grown as,
Hmm.
as a business. It always gets exciting when you see those social media, the memories pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like this day 15 years ago, and it's just us being dorky little youths
I know.
setting up our first booth.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Alexa went home with the worst sunburn because she didn't think to bring a pop-up canopy um, for an outdoor event.
Well, we're talking about yarn.
Yes.
Um, Tell us about how you name your yarn. I just love the names of your yarn.
Oh yeah.
Always have.
Oh, the color names, those are those are they're sort of a brain trust. So sometimes we get the name first and it's like, oh, that's a great pun and we definitely need to use that as a color
Yeah.
name. And sometimes the color happens first and we need to come up with a name for it. And so we'll send a picture to a group chat, which includes my brother, who is excellent at puns.
Yeah.
Um, and several like non-knitters, that are in our lives that are part of the brain trust name coming up with team. So yeah. Um,
Have you retired any of the colors? I mean,
we
besides the ones at the shows.
right. So we have not retired. There have been two colors that we tweaked. I think two or three colors that we had to tweak the recipe or the formulation on. Um, and I think there might be two or three colors that we retired because they were too similar to something else we already had.
Mm.
Mm,
Um, but other than that, we haven't and we still have the recipes. So
yeah.
if someone wanted it dyed to order, we could do it. Um, I think there might be one or two colorways that we can't do because the dyes that we used to use are no longer made.
Mm.
Um, but
What's your
um,
favorite?
my favorite color?
Yeah.
It's like
That's
picking your favorite
favorite
child.
child.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Um, I couldn't tell, like, and it changes from, season to season and depending on my mood.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, I'm pretty much always obsessed with whatever the latest show colorway is. And those always rotate into our yarn of the month. So if you're not at the show to get it, you can wait around and they'll rotate into the yarn of the month.
Yeah, this one here, what does it say? It says, I heard you like magic, Michigan Fiber Festival 2024.
Yep, so that was our Michigan Fiber
It's
Festival colorway.
beautiful.
Yeah. They're all beautiful.
They are.
I don't think there's one that's ugly at all. We were looking through your website deciding on different colors. It was hard because it's like, yes, that one. Oh, and
Yeah.
that one. Oh, and that one.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, there's too many good ones.
I
Yeah.
know.
And then someone will come, one of the four of us will come up with a new one that we don't have anything like it. And I mean, we come up with a new one, at least once or twice a month for the shows. And it's always exciting to see what we
Yeah.
can come up with. So it's good. It's a good thing there's four of us because I'd run out of ideas real quick if it was just me all by myself.
Yeah.
And it's always nice having people to bounce your ideas off of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So tell us about your title, the Vice Pigmentologist. How did you get that?
That was we were trying to come up with a very silly word that would be I'm the VP basically. Alexa's our CEO, our chief I forget what we decided that stands for. But Julie's is COO, which is Chief Oink Operator. Um,
But
so um, so yes, pigmentologist.
That's cute.
Yeah, very cute. Do you have I know you use the pig face. Do you have like a stuffed animal
We
pig?
do. We have a stuffed pig. We have two. They're a now retired IKEA stuffed animal.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, so we have two of them, and they have got hand knit garments that they wear. The one that travels with me, his name is Roy G. Pig.
Aw,
Um, and then the one that travels with Julie is Piggy Sue.
aw,
Oh,
that's cute. I think I have one of those stuffed animals from
I
IKEA.
can't.
So where are you going next in your
So
travel?
our next event is Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, which is in Jefferson or Jeffersonville.
You can say whatever town you want because we
We
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I'm not sure, and I should know that,
You'll
but
find
in
out when
any
you
case,
get
it's in Wisconsin. I definitely know that
Oh,
Wisconsin
okay.
Sheep is Wool is in Wisconsin. So that's the first weekend in September. So that's our next stop.
Do you have a favorite when you go traveling?
Tough call. They're all so good and different,
Mhm.
and at every one we end up lodging with a slightly different group of people, whether at some of them we camp together and at some of them we share an Airbnb, but we're kind of like yarn carnies, and we go travel to these festivals with our other vendor friends, and we hang out, um, you know, at these events, and we'll crash at each other's houses when we're traveling through their town,
Yeah.
and it's kind of fun and kind of weird.
Why weird? Just
I don't just when you think about like the stories we'll have to tell as old when I'm
old people sitting
90
there
when I'm
knitting.
90 sitting knitting around the fire in my rocking chair and talking about, oh yeah, I used to go on camping trips with all my friends to yarn conventions, and we'd get all sweaty and sell yarn all day, and um camp at night, and or we drive, yeah, all over the country
Yeah.
to these festivals. It's like when you hear people talking about how they followed the Grateful Dead all over the country,
Yeah.
and that seems so silly.
Yeah.
But when it's yarn, different story.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Absolutely
Oh,
yeah.
different
yeah.
story.
It's
Yeah,
more serious.
totally.
Yeah.
Then it's completely sane.
I can't believe I've been crocheting for like a lot. We won't use numbers, but I've never heard of fiber festivals
Oh,
before
Wow.
now, before
yeah.
Debbie.
The Lehigh Valley Fiber Fest is September 20th.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we're trying to think of a way to be a part of it without being a part of it, So we came up with this this you'll like this idea that we were going to yarn bomb
Oh,
all the trees down our street towards the fairgrounds where the Fiber
Okay.
festival is.
yeah, because it's right down the street from us.
Yeah.
So I thought if we just did a row and just so that they could just easily follow the
Yeah.
yarn trees to the shop, this would be great. And then it's like, oh, well, what about this? And what about that? And it started to become this whole big thing. And we're like, wait,
We don't
that's
have
a
time for all
month
that.
away. We
And
don't.
and there were 47 trees.
Oh, yeah, I counted.
Oh,
47.
that's a lot of trees.
Yes, a lot of
Yeah.
trees. And we
Yeah.
don't want to leave anybody out, not getting their tree bombed. So we're planning next year.
Yeah.
There you go.
And we'll
Yeah.
do the avenue of
Get a
yarn
get a
trees.
knitting machine.
Yeah. Yeah, because
So,
that's a lot, 50 trees.
yeah.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
a knitting machine.
Uh,
Oh, we were talking about that. We're just
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Where are we gonna put it?
I don't know. Our shop is small
Yeah.
and it is just full of stuff. We don't
Yeah.
have room to turn around sometimes.
No, no. Always moving things around, but
Always.
So
Yeah, your shop is super cool, and I love the idea and how it's reuse and recycling and
Yeah.
you know, I mean it means you're also getting all kinds of different things all the time too.
oh yeah, we just got a large load of yarn today.
Oh, that's
And I
exciting.
was like going through it, like a kid on Christmas. It's like, ooh, ooh.
So
Not that I
fun.
don't already have tons of yarn at home.
Oh, yeah. Guilty. As a matter of fact, a
Yep.
week or so ago, somebody donated some, and I was looking through it after she left. Don't you know there was some Malabrigo in there? There was some, I can't even tell you, but it was lovely.
That's amazing.
And it's not that it's in my house.
Oh, is that why I haven't seen
For now,
it?
yeah, for now, because we just have to have all the pretty stuff. I don't,
Some
and
people don't appreciate the really pretty stuff. That's
yeah,
Yeah.
they're
that's how I
okay. They're
feel.
okay with Red Heart and
Yeah,
hooks and whatever's, and
Karen and
yeah,
And
but
there's nothing wrong with those,
No,
those are
no,
perfectly great
nothing. But
yarns.
it's not my choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, I am so happy to be the hookup for Oink Pigments in the back
Yeah,
because nobody
absolutely.
else is. Excuse me.
So
Yeah.
yeah, anyone in Lehigh Valley needs Oink Pigments yarn, you can order it through Debbie and yeah, order it through Cut the Scrap and that helps them and it helps us. So
Yes.
and yeah.
We need some better display because I think what I did today looks the best. We don't have a whole lot of room to display it on the first floor. All the yarn's in the basement, but we wanted a nice spot.
A special place for it for
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
We have limited colorways, but we're babies,
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
So we're starting out. So
That's awesome.
I'm happy to have that, and we'll just
Yeah.
Yeah,
get people excited about something new.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I love that it's, a pig because we have the Iron Pigs at
Yeah.
the Lehigh
Oh,
Valley
yes.
baseball team. So I'm kind of like, ooh, I gotta do some marketing with that.
Yeah.
Mhm. We should do what's the team colors?
Red
Red,
and blue and gray.
Okay.
kind of red. Is it red, white, and blue?
Kind of red, white, and blue, but
Oh,
there's
but the
gray in there.
gray
Gray's for the pit for the
for the iron.
iron.
Yeah,
Iron.
okay.
So,
All right.
so it's kind of like maroon and dark blue and gray.
Okay.
It's almost like that. What is that one my boyfriend's
My
sweater?
ex-boyfriend sweater. We
Yeah.
can, well, I bet we can match it exactly, and we could, if you wanted to, we could do a custom Iron Pigs colorway just for you guys.
That would
Ooh,
be
that would be
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. That might be
All right.
a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there'll be lots of talking.
I think so. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be real fun. Could make
Yeah.
all kinds of things.
So what have you learned the most about your yarn journey, about yarn, about yourself? I don't know. You have a
Yeah. I've definitely learned that I don't like to be away from home for more than about 5 days. Um, I've traveled as long as 6 weeks on the road, and that's too long. That's 6 weeks away from home at once is definitely too long.
That's a
yeah,
lot.
that's a long time.
Um, and I think 5 days is 5 nights away from home is my sweet spot, and definitely no more than 10 days. That's 2 weekends, plus
Yeah.
a couple days, like, plus the week in between is the maximum amount of time I'll travel without being home. Um,
Isn't that like the fiber community, like we all want to sit at
Right, yes, I
home
want to be
and
home
watch.
and knitting. Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, I can bring my knitting with me wherever I go, but I like to be home with my kitties and
Yeah.
my wife.
Same.
So it's I'd much rather be home than on the road alone. Um,
You
but
gotta get a camper
right, that's that
and
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I've been thinking
yeah,
about it.
that
That's
is my goal, but I always wanted like you can take your cat out of your house. Like
Yeah.
I can't. Mine would take off after a bird second they got out, but I would love to have a cat that would go camping.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Need to get a kitten and start over.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Oh, nobody wants that.
we don't want to, yeah.
Oh, kittens are so much work.
Yeah, they are.
Yes. I don't want another child.
No.
They're cute. They're so cute, but they're a lot of work.
They are. They are.
So we have a few fun questions for the end.
Okay. All right.
If you could dye a yarn inspired by a fictional character, who would it be?
A fictional character.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to think about that for a minute.
I love your tattoo, by the way. Skein.
Oh, thank you. My skein of yarn. It's even got, ooh, let's see if I can get there.
Oh, it's got
It's
that
even got
book.
our logo on it.
Love it.
Um, a fictional character. Um,
Really threw you for a loop here,
I
I
know, it's
guess.
hard.
yeah. Well, my favorite movie of all time is Amelie. So I'm gonna go with Amelie. So
That's pretty. That would be pretty for a yarn. Maybe
yeah,
that's your
I think
next.
I could do something real interesting with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The bold, bright colors. I think that might be fun.
Yeah.
there you go. There's your next idea. Ugh.
There you
It's the
go.
end of the day.
I
Like I
know.
can't talk anymore. Sorry. So what is your go-to snack while knitting or dyeing? Well, I guess more.
Yeah, I don't snack while dyeing. I mean, I drink fizzy water. That's my beverage of choice. Um, my go-to snack while knitting. Right now, I'm really into these almond butter filled pretzels from Trader Joe's.
Ooh,
Oh,
that sounds
that sounds
good.
good.
Yeah, I don't like peanut butter, but I really like almond butter. Um, and they keep your fingers clean, so they're safe while
Yeah.
knitting. It's not like trying to eat
Don't eat
Doritos.
Cheetos.
Yeah,
No, no.
yeah, no
You
Cheetos,
don't
no
want to be that.
Doritos.
I saw this girl on TikTok. She had these like chopsticks that she put on her fingers to eat the Cheetos while
Yeah,
she was knitting. It's
knitting.
like, that's too much. I can't. That's too much.
Too much. I mean, genius, genius,
Yeah, yeah.
true genius.
Okay. Last one. Finish this sentence. A good skein of yarn should feel like.
A
Wow.
good skein of yarn
I
should
know.
feel like it should feel like perfection. It should feel like, and that could mean any number of things, but it should be perfect for something, whether it's for smooshing or for a specific project or, yeah, a good skein of yarn should feel like perfection.
I like
Yeah.
that. And perfection is different for everybody.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, thank you for coming on Scrap Talk. It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was
And
good to see you again, Debbie.
Good to see you and happy nuptials wedding was
Oh,
she got married recently.
yes.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
So-
My wife's been joining me occasionally at fiber festivals.
Oh, great.
Oh, nice.
So we're getting, and I taught her to knit, so we're getting her addicted.
It doesn't take much.
No.
Exactly.
Well,
Okay.
thank you. And we will I'm sure talk again.
We'll be talking again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
It
Thank you,
Thanks.
Helena.
was a
Bye.
pleasure. Thank you so much.